Good morning. What we're going to be doing today is our Stateboard blow dry styling. If you guys can already see, my doll head is already sectioned out into four. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to read the instructions and then we'll move on. So the proctor will read to you. You will have 2 minutes to set up the supplies for the blow dry styling section of this examination. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions have been given and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. The instruction will be repeated. You may begin. So during these 2 minutes, you guys have the time to go under your this pretty much the area where you're gonna have all your stuff. So you're gonna go down to the bottom, grab your bag, and take out your your blow dry styling Ziploc baggie. You're gonna zip your suitcase back up, place it right under the counter again. And the things you're going to be needing is a round brush or a paddle brush, a blow dryer. You can use a styling comb or a rat tail comb to so you can section out your hair. You're gonna need a spray bottle because you do need to make sure you dampen the hair before you go ahead and start with the procedure. And your sanitizer, and then obviously you're gonna have your roll of paper towels on there, and then a neck strip and a cape. So if you guys can already see, I already pre-draped my doll head and she's already sectioned out to 4. So when you guys are at Stateboard, you guys won't have these sectioned out because you will have already done the relaxer and the retouch back here. So there would be no point for you guys to section it unless you guys would like to do it yourself. But there's no need for it. So next, the proctor, once you guys, the 2 minutes are up, if you didn't have time to set everything up, it's fine. You guys have the time to do so during the 10 minutes of the blow dry styling. The good thing, the thing that you want to get done is make sure you work on speed when it comes to setting up. The good thing is that we didn't have to take everything off and put everything away from the last procedure. We kind of just started new on this one because on the last one we had time to just put everything away. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. So all candidates have indicated they have completed this section of the examination. We will now proceed. Please stop working. You will perform blow dry styling. You will prepare your client for the service. The hair must be wet. You will blow dry only one front quadrant section using a brush. You will be expected to follow all plant protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes from reading. Step back to indicate you have finished. So first things first, we have to make sure we sanitize our hands. Okay. Once our hands are sanitized, then you're gonna go in and you have to make sure you spray the hair down. You don't want it to be soaking wet that you have water falling or even hitting the floor, because you have to stop everything you're doing and just clean up and then continue on. That's just a lot of time that some of you guys don't have because we need to work on our speed. So also keep in mind, whatever you spray, whatever you wet, you have to make sure that is dry, okay? So a good thing so you don't get any other quadrants, just go ahead, section out, and spray. Like I said, as long as it is not drenched in water, you are good to go. Okay, then I like to go back and comb it real quick. And your subsections are gonna be as thick as your brush. So we're gonna go ahead and use a medium-sized brush for this one, so we can get away with 1, 2, 3, even 4 if I need to section out into 4. Okay, so take my section down. Okay, one thing you guys want to keep in mind when you do this is when you blow dry, you have to make sure that the nozzle does not touch the brush, does not touch the hair. And you do not want it to be directly on the scalp. You want to have it at a slight of an angle towards you. And then when you want to dry the scalp, just go back and forth to give it that light dry without burning the client's scalp, or in this case, the doll head scalp. So I'm going to go ahead and right now it's a good time to practice to work on your make sure you use a high speed on your blow dryer. Right now that we aren't quarantined, it's good practice. Do it on your doll head, do it on any family member that you have at home. Because if you can work with a higher speed, you're gonna work a lot faster. So, if you want to go ahead and dry about 70 to 80% of the hair before you go ahead and do this, that is all up to you. Just make sure you don't start twisting the bottom of the brush until the mid shaft and the roots are dry. You want to make sure most of the hair is dry before you start twisting and giving it that polished look towards the bottom. Okay? Do not mind my blow dryer, you guys. This blow dryer is not the best one. Yours will not be turning on and off like this when you go to Stateboard. So, a good rule to keep in mind is that right when you're about to let go of the brush, hit the cold button. Once you hit the cold button, it's going to set that curl, it's going to keep the shine, so you don't have to worry about the hair being frizzy whatsoever. Okay, turn that off. Okay, and it is nice and dried there. So if you don't want to go ahead and use a rat tail comb to keep sectioning it, you can go ahead and place it down and go ahead and use your clip. There's no right or wrong way to section out your hair. I like to use the clip, but I will start it out with the rat tail comb. Okay, and then we're going to continue. Okay, on the roots, back and forth, back and forth, and then go ahead with the rest. So I like to make sure I dry the top and the bottom when I'm doing this. That's a personal preference, to be honest, but it's all up to you. It just helps it dry the hair a lot faster instead of me being there for so long. So now that I have the roots and the mid shaft dry, I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way towards the end and start twisting, okay? You can twist it all the way to the top. Make sure you hit the cold button. Okay? As you guys can see, my reaction right away was wanting to do this so I can pick up the hair. Do not do this, you guys, whatsoever. This right here is not sanitary, and it's showing the proctor that you don't sanitize your stuff, or you're not as sanitary. You don't pretty much care about the client's health and sanitation wise. Okay? Once that is done, same thing, and it's done. So one thing that I noticed that a lot of you guys like to do when we were doing this one is brush it. Okay? Do not brush the hair from the top. If you need to, go ahead and do it from the bottom, but just a slight. If you do it from the top, you will be creating frizz, and then it's going to show the proctor that you did not give a smooth and clean blow dry. Okay, they want to make sure it's nice and smooth. If you need to adjust the doll head, then just go ahead and adjust it. And then continue on. Okay, so this is my last section. Okay, if you guys can see, I am not going straight down like this. I'm going at an angle. okay? If your doll head comes off, and just go ahead and place it back on there. As long as the cape doesn't fall off or the doll touches the floor, then you don't have to go stop everything, re-sanitize, and do everything that you need to do before you go ahead and start up again. Like I said, if it just lifts up, just place it back and continue on. Don't make it any harder than what it actually is. Okay? If you want to clear volume, you're going to go straight up. But if you don't want any volume, then just kind of bring it straight towards you. But keep in mind, they are looking for that smooth shine finish. If there's anything you feel like needs to be adjusted, then just go ahead and grab that piece. Okay? As long as you still have time, you can always go back and fix anything you feel needs to get fixed. Okay? Don't feel like because you dropped the last piece of hair, you finished the last section, you can't go back and fix anything. Okay? As long as time's still going, then go for it. Okay, once that is done, okay, the only thing I'm going to go back and do is brush this, but from the bottom. Okay, once that is done, then you want to make sure you clean off all the hair that might have stayed in the brush. That goes in your trash, and then you can place this back down on your little table, or you can go ahead and put it in your items to disinfect, and then you want to go ahead and sanitize, and then you're going to step back. Okay, so that's pretty much it, you guys, for the blow dry styling. Like I said, keep in mind, do not brush from the top. If you need to brush to kind of give it a smoother look, just brush it from the bottom and just work your way down. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.